Hello everybody, welcome to another Wi-Fi battle in Pokemon Black and White. In this video, we are using the exact same team that we used in the last, an OU team, yes indeed. And the opposing team really poses a threat, considering the fact that he has 3 legendaries, a Chansey, and 2 pseudo-legendaries. And that just, I was just crapping out rocks. I was scared to death, man. I didn't really think I would actually win this battle, but let's just see how it goes. I lead with way past cool, the Tentacruel, and this is actually a very good matchup because he managed to get out Heatran. And so instead of going for the Scald, I go for the Rain Dance first. And this Tentacruel is not actually a Rapid Spin Tentacruel, but indeed a more of a physically or specially defensive wall, in the fact that I can stall a heck of a lot with this Tentacruel. And by that I mean he has Rain Dance, plus the Rain Dish, plus the Black Sludge. And I could just keep gaining and gaining and gaining HP. Plus the Protect, so that's good for, you know, getting even more HP in the first place. And so this Heatran knows the Earth Power. I figured if I just continue to stall as much as I can, I get the HP back up. But he decides to switch out into Latios, which was pretty much a waste of a Protect if you ask me. And so I'll whip for it again, get as much HP as I can. I believe this is actually a Specs Latios. I'm not really sure if it was or not. But considering the fact that he has Draco Meteor, maybe there's a small chance that it was. Instead of going for another Draco Meteor, he decides to switch. And I decided to switch too, and to the most horrible matchup, and I just decided to switch back out into Dragonite, predicting either a Fire-type move or an Earth Power, and he went for the Earth Power, so I'm still at full HP. And this thing, I believe, has the either Multi-Scale or Marvel Scale. I forgot which ability it was, but reduced damage by 50%, and that's always good. I tried to set up there, but instead he just goes for the Roar, which I didn't really know Heatran can actually use. He roars out into Ferrothorn, and instead of staying in and going for a Fire-type move, he switched out into Metagross, and I switch out into Dragonite. And since this is a Metagross, I would assume that he is a support Metagross with hazards, or 2 dual screens, which he really won't do that much to this Dragonite. So as you can see there, he went for the Stealth Rock. So I decided to set up a Dragon Dance, and he switches to Genesect. Now, this Dragonite, ladies and gentlemen, with +2 attack and +2 speed, plus a Fire Punch to the face, equals out of here, Genesect, out of here. This is Dragonite's territory. You cannot mess with this boss of a Dragonite, this Wonder Wing. Yes, this Wonder Wing. This wondrous Dragonite of a wing. Yes, if that makes any sense. So I properly disposed of the Genesect. He sends in Latios. I was hoping that the Outrage would kill him in one hit, and yes, it did. Dragonite is just starting to put up a sweep. That was 2 in a row, 2 one-hit KOs with a +2 attack. And so he goes into Heatran, thinking that the Outrage would be very well resisted, but he goes on to Red, which was an incredibly great amount of damage. And I was pretty much expecting the Roar there. And he switches out into Tentacruel, which is good because I have Scald, and obviously that'll be good. But instead of just going in for the Death Balls, he switches out into his Salamence, and this is basically where the game got really intense, because this Salamence, ladies and gentlemen, has Moxie, plus a Dragon Dance, plus the moves. You gotta see its moveset, it's just ridiculous. So I got my Gliscor out, and I just decided that I should probably just stall until, you know, he decides to just do a kind of move, and he goes for the Outrage, and I was hoping that the Outrage wouldn't kill me, but thank God Gliscor is just that much of a boss. But sadly, folks, the Ice Fang managed to miss, and I didn't get to 1 or 2 hit KO this guy. So that was very unfortunate. It would have been a lot better if the Ice Fang didn't miss. Which I didn't even know it could miss, actually. I thought it was... Well, actually, yeah, it's 95 accuracy. And of all times to miss, it just had to be there. But I switched into Ferrothorn because at that point Gliscor couldn't really do much. Plus, the Dragon type move would be resisted by it. So since this Ferrothorn is more much of a wall than anything, I decided to stall as much as I can. And at this turn, I decided to get in the Leech Seed, which thankfully, oh, well, actually, yeah, he had the Lumberry. Dang Lumberry. You know, Lumberry is very cheap; it can cure anything. But anyway, I go for the Leech Seed, and let me just say that the Leech Seed is the main ingredient to winning this battle, because the Leech Seed surprisingly takes a heck of a lot of HP from the opposing team. I have no idea why though. Last time I used Leech Seed, it didn't really take out that much HP. So I was just slowly crippling this Salamence down to yellow. Hopefully, I'll be able to take it out with one hit from it. Well, actually, this Salamence was just constantly raising attack and speed, so I was basically screwed in this part of the battle. He has Brick Break, and sadly the Ferrothorn does manage to go down, but thanks to the Ferrothorn's Iron Bars, I managed to get the Salamence down to yellow, and he had Moxie. Moxie. This Salamence, my god. This Salamence should go to hell. It should die in a hole. This Salamence, it doesn't deserve to be a Pokemon. Salamence is just... It's a pseudo-legendary, I know that, but my god, this Salamence... I really had nothing to do at this point. I just got an Tentacruel, hoping that he'd be confused from either an Outrage, since he already used the Lumberry, and he didn't have Recycle, I know that. So I was just hoping that he would get confused in one turn, so I can send out Dragonite, and just hoping for the best that he'll hit himself, and then I'll be able to use an Outrage. So, but in the meantime, I got out Gliscor. I decided to just stall as long as I can to, you know, put up some protects and, you know, all that good stuff. But Outrage doesn't miss, ladies and gentlemen. It's 100 accuracy, and so yeah, that I didn't get to do an Ice Fang. An Ice Fang would have been so great to use in this battle. But since Dragonite, yes, Dragonite increases both attack and speed. Yes, Dragonite increases both attack and speed. The Dragon Dance increases speed, so that's just pretty cheap. I used Porygon Z as just a sacrifice. So he went for the Dragon Dance, the Outrage. He got confused, so I had to be very lucky here. He either got hit, or I would lose the game. He got hit, ladies and gentlemen! He got hit in confusion! That was the end of Salamence. Thank Jesus Christ for that hit. Oh my goodness, if it wasn't for that confusion, this battle would have been over for me, and that would have not been fun at all. My god, thank god. That Salamence had at least +6 attack at that point, and thank god it just got hit by that confusion. But he still has 2 Pokemon left. It was Metagross and his Heatran. So at this point I just went for the Roost, just to get the multi-scale or marble scale ability. I really forgot what that ability was. But to see what he would do, he used the Zen Headbutt. Knowing that the Zen Headbutt did that much, just one Zen Headbutt would knock my health all the way to half. And so then he went for the Meteor Mash. I managed to survive the hit, thankfully, and get up another Roost. Hopefully I would survive from another Zen Headbutt or Meteor Mash. And so he went for the Zen Headbutt, and I believe he survived on, yes, 7 HP! 7 HP! Dragonite says no. He says no. When he's about to die, he doesn't care. He lives on the smallest of smidgens and then gets a crit on the Fire Punch. It's just ridiculous. And the Zen Headbutt misses. This dude is just a ninja. He's a flipping ninja. And this Fire Punch is gonna own this Metagross. And my god, this Dragonite, ladies and gentlemen, this Dragonite, my god, that was amazing. This Dragonite, yeah, he's Dragonite. So anyway, at this point, I just really wanted to be very careful, so I just went for the Roost, hoping, yeah, and thank God I did, because he went for the Toxic, And if I just went for the Outrage and it didn't kill the Chansey, he would have used Toxic, and the Toxic would have killed me right on the spot. So, even though Chansey has a ridiculously low defense, but this Chansey was... he retrained in the arts of defense and took that Outrage beautifully. I'm serious, look at that. It was supposed to die in one hit. But, I was hoping that the second Outrage would be just enough, and yes, it was! The second Outrage managed to KO the Chansey, and I'm just on a roll here with this Dragonite. This Dragonite is just... it's just amazing. Just amazing. The Stealth Rocks didn't kill the Retran. I hope it would've. But, I used Fire Punch, and I completely forgot that this thing had Flash Fire. He roars Dragonite out into the Espeon, which is good, because, ladies and gentlemen, Espeon is not really that much of a good partner in this OU team, and so he manages to finish off this battle with a hidden power fighting. Good job, Espeon. You have deemed yourself worthy to be in my OU team. You have actually done something great for once, and, you know, because, like his moveset, it's not, you know, that good for an Espeon. But, he managed to finish it off with a hidden power fighting. And that was probably by far the most outrageous battle in my entire life. That was ridiculously intense. But it's 3 legendaries, 2 pseudos, and a Chansey, and I actually managed to win. So yeah, how about that? Thanks to Dragonite. All hail the Dragonite, ladies and gentlemen. Never underestimate Dragonite. So, thank you for watching, guys. I hope you really enjoyed this video, and, I guess I'll see you next time. Goodbye.